house. Can I get an amen? Now, can I get a hallelujah? Yeah. Come on. It's time for liftoff, baby. Let's go. 5, 4, 3,
2,
come on.
1, 0. Ignition.
Get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time.
Where? On Vaughn Radio.
It's a show with no
Come on. Let's go. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Show with no namers. Welcome to another exciting edition of... What's this show called? Oh, wait. It doesn't have a name. It's the show with no name here on Vaughn Radio, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for joining me for this 2-hour English session. That's for all you show with no namers who participate every day. Whether you're doing it via podcast, via the Vaughn Radio app, or live on YouTube, there's no wrong way to consume the show with no name. Well, yeah, if you've got a bad attitude. But if you got the right attitude, you're driven, which many of you are, driven, motivados, well, then you've got it made in the shade. ¿Te sabes esta expresión? You've got it made in the shade. Lo tienes hecho en la sombra. Rima. Lo tienes todo hecho. You've got it made in the shade. Lo tienes fácil. Did you know that idiomatic expression? It is totally native. And as you know, here on the show with no name, one of my aims, one of my goals, objectives, is to teach you real English, totally native English that you won't find anywhere. Well, that you'll find in pop culture. Amigos, welcome to Vaughn Radio. Welcome, welcome.
¿Te gustaría abrir puertas a nuevas oportunidades y estar listo para cualquier desafío? Con el máster de inglés del Grupo Vaughan podrás transformar tu futuro. Este programa intensivo te ayudará a dominar el inglés profesional, perfeccionar tu comunicación y ganar la confianza que necesitas para conseguir tus objetivos. Nuestros profesores Vaughan especializados te prepararán para afrontar en inglés todas las situaciones de comunicación en un entorno profesional. No dejes que el inglés sea una barrera. Invierte en tu futuro con el máster de inglés profesional del Grupo Vaughan. Llámanos al 91-133-5833 o entra en grupovaughan.com. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz.
All right, amigos, welcome to our pop quiz examen sorpresa. And as always, this pop quiz is based on one of our materials that you can find at vontienda.com. Remember, vontienda.com is where you can find all kinds of materials, from complete courses to materials that work a specific thing, like phrasal verbs. Well, today we're going to take a look at one that's called Vocabulario en Inglés que deberías conocer. And in this book, you'll look at all different parts of speech: adverbs, adjectives, verbs, regular verbs, irregular verbs, phrasal verbs, and so much more. So, my amigos, it is got over 4,500 vocabulary words. That's a lot of vocabulary. 4,500 vocabulary words. As with all our materials, it comes with audio, and this one's got over 5 hours of audio. That's right, over 5 hours of audio you've got here, and it is awesome because you can get this book for under $10. Menos que 10 euros. Under $10. What a steal. Vaya chollo, mis amigos. So, if you haven't picked it up or you're not familiar with the material, check it out. It's called Vocabulario en Inglés que deberías conocer. And it was penned, escrito, it was penned by the one and only Richard Vaughn. Let's listen to this audio excerpt, and then I'll have some challenges for you. Here we go.
List 51.
Después,
Afterwards.
como si,
As if.
hacia atrás,
Backward.
breve,
Brief.
constantemente,
Constantly.
economía,
Economy.
impreso, formulario,
Form.
judías verdes,
Green beans.
además de,
In addition to.
método,
Method.
propuesta,
Proposal.
recientemente,
Recently.
varios,
Several.
trabajo en equipo,
Teamwork.
atacar,
To attack.
cambiar de tema,
To change the subject.
morir,
To die.
borrar,
To erase.
apañarse,
To get by.
entrar en,
To go into.
localizar,
To locate.
darse cuenta de,
To realize.
fijar, establecer,
To set.
confiar en, fiarse de,
To trust.
urgente,
Urgent.
List 52.
como de costumbre,
As usual.
banquero,
Banker.
hombre de negocios,
Businessman.
abarrotado,
Crowded.
evaluación,
Evaluation.
generoso,
Generous.
tipo, individuo,
Guy.
la felicidad,
Happiness.
interesado en,
Interested in.
a propósito,
On purpose.
requisitos,
Requirements.
afilado, agudo,
Sharp.
plata,
Silver.
estar de acuerdo con,
To agree with.
romper,
To break.
disminuir,
To decrease.
archivar,
To file.
durar,
To last.
significar, querer decir,
To mean.
practicar,
To practice.
programar,
To schedule.
tirar a la basura,
To throw away.
juguete,
Toy.
actualizado,
Up to date.
rueda,
wheel,
List 53.
contra, en contra de,
against,
lo antes posible,
as soon as possible,
sótano,
Basement.
base, fundamento,
basis,
roto,
Broken.
cómodo, oportuno,
convenient,
esfuerzo,
Effort.
libre,
free,
ama de casa,
Housewife.
en todo caso,
in any case,
mente,
Mind.
orgulloso,
proud,
tímido,
Shy.
jabón,
soap,
eso es, en efecto,
That's right.
atraer,
to attract,
conversar sobre un tema,
To discuss.
ponerse nervioso,
to get nervous,
buscar,
To look for.
adelantar, pasar,
to pass,
reconocer,
To recognize.
gritar,
to shout,
viajar,
To travel.
girar, torcer,
to turn,
útil,
Useful.
¿Conoces Weekend Town? La nueva iniciativa de Vaughan.
Pues no.
Es un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés. Y es nuevísimo.
A ver, cuéntame más.
Tendrás una inmersión lingüística total durante 2 días. Un total de 24 horas hablando con angloparlantes de todo el mundo.
¡Wow! ¡Qué interesante!
Ganarás confianza y soltura a la hora de comunicarte en inglés. Mejorarás tu comprensión auditiva y tus habilidades conversacionales en una situación de comunicación real en inglés. Ven a Weekend Town y te sorprenderás con todo lo que puede avanzar tu inglés en un fin de semana. Weekend Town de Vaughan. Un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés.
More information about Weekend Town, Vaughn Town, one-to-one flex, Disney, Vaughn, English, whatever you might be looking for. You can get that information at grupovaughn.com/cursos destacados. That's the website. If you're looking for materials such as vocabulario que debes conocer, well, you can also find that over at vaughntienda.com. And remember, folks, every material you get, well, that helps to make sure Vaughn Radio keeps going. Because I always say that, Vaughn Radio is a free service to you guys. Somebody's paying the piper. No, alguien está pagando al gaitero. I mean, it's not free to run a radio station, right? You need the technical stuff, the staff and everything. So, somebody told me the other day, "Oh, Alberto, you guys play a lot of ads. Muchos anuncios." And I'm like, yeah, how do you think we are able to bring you the free service? Because people, thankfully, know the value of our courses, our materials, and that's what keeps this radio going. The moment people stop signing up for master's programs and stop signing up for all our, if we don't have students, we can't keep the radio going. And it's a real simple concept, right? Now, am I saying you have to sign up? No, but understand the correlation, right? Between enjoying the free radio every day for how many years and know that nobody works for free. Well, that I know of. As far as I know, everybody's getting compensated for their time on the air. So, and it's not just that. As you know, we just went off the air in Valencia, and I don't know exactly, but I am like 99.9% sure it was a financial decision. Right? It was a decision that was motivated by, budget, presupuesto. So it's literally, if you love the free service, which I think I mean, I've never heard anything like this in the United States, in any other country. I've heard of English radio stations and Spanish radio stations, but I haven't found a radio station that teaches people while teaching them history, while teaching them pop culture like Rob Graham's. So it is a free service, absolutely. But if you want to make sure this free service continues, well, from time to time, stop by vontienda.com. You won't have to spend your nest egg. No tendrás que gastar todo tus ahorros. We call it your nest egg, right? Tu huevo del nido. Significa todo lo que tienes ahorrado. I mean, what we're looking at right now, this won't break the bank. And it's worth its weight in gold. It's $9.95. $9.95 for 4,500 words in English. And with audio, so you can make sure you are pronouncing them correctly. So if you've never been to vontienda.com, if you've never signed up for a course with us, consider it. Consider it. You'll be supporting the cause. And I have a feeling once you start taking courses with us, you'll get hooked. Usually the people I know who take a course end up taking another one. Maybe not the same one, maybe the same one, depending on the person. And the same thing with the materials. Normally I notice that people who get materials usually have several materials of ours. They have the whole Vaughn collection. I know many of you have all 5 of my books, which, wow, thank you. And believe me, it's not about the money. You're not going to get rich writing English books, right? It's more about the fact that, there's a piece of me, 5 pieces of me in many of your homes, and I think that's awesome. And as Born to Iron Man said many times, he goes, we read your books as a family. So that's a cool thing too, that my books are not just in your house, but they're teaching you, they're bringing you together. And that's better than any royalties I could ever receive. Just knowing that you guys decades later are still learning with my first book, English Everywhere. Again, I have 5, English Everywhere. This book is the milk. This book is the remilk, which was renamed to This Book is the Milk 2. So if you have the remilk, you have a collector's edition there. Then you've also got, I can't remember all my books here. Oh, then you've got English on the Go. Aprende Inglés Viajando por el Mundo. It's a book about traveling and exploring and learning English everywhere. And my latest book, This Book is the Shit. It's the 3rd one in what we call the Milk Trilogy. So you can pick all those books up at vontienda.com along with, junto con, other books. All right, let's see what you got from today's listening exercise. I've got 3 challenges for you here, 3 vocabulary words that I want you to use in context. The first one, boca abajo. Okay, al revés, boca abajo. La montaña. My perfect example. What's my example? La montaña rusa. That's mine. Roller coaster. So, ¿cuándo fue la última vez que estabas boca abajo? Maybe you can tell us that. If it's a sexual thing, please don't. So, boca abajo is the first one, okay? I want you to use it in context. The second one is al revés o del revés. So this is like, no tanto del revés boca abajo, pero sino la camisa, or your socks. A veces los calcetines los pones al revés. It's that one. It's a different al revés. Let's see if you know that second one as well. And the last one is something we use just like you. So we use it literally. Bueno, vamos a hacer esto para variar. No, para variar. No. Or you say it sarcastically like us. Está quejándose para variar. So again, there, your tone, your tone is the key to communicating what you want to communicate. The sentence stays the same. Okay, so para variar. I've heard you guys say that a lot in Spanish, and I've heard you use it in the sarcastic way, right? with a little bit of irony, tongue-in-cheek, as we say, con un poco de ironía. All right? So number 1, boca abajo. Use it in context to make sure you're using it correctly. Number 2, al revés. Esto es ropa. Sí, realmente ropa. I'm trying to think of what else is al revés en ese contexto. And the third one is para variar. Okay? And those are your totally native pop quiz questions. Speaking of challenges, like our pop quiz, we've got Kyle Miller's Trivia Night coming up. Have you guys marked your calendars yet? It is November 6th. El 6 de noviembre. It's November 6th, and it's happening at Roll Madrid. Get there around 8. I don't know if it's starting at 8 or 8:30, but it can't hurt. Okay? No pasa nada. It can't hurt if you get there at 8. You get a spot, and in this way, when the trivia kicks off, you are ready to rock. That is November 6th. Again, it's Kyle Miller, and it's at Roll Madrid. What else? Question of the week, 2. Only 2 students have participated, and we're getting, we're pushing through the week. So only 2 of you. Who was it? Anix? Oh, and I forget who the other one was. All right, 1 second. I got to give him credit. Me gusta. All right, give it up for Anix and Marisol. Great job, ladies. The early bird gets the worm. El que madruga, Dios le ayuda. They have already participated in our question of the week this week. So great job, Anix. And great job, Marisol. If the rest of you would like to participate in the question of the week, remember this week's question of the week is, what is the scariest thing that's ever happened to you? Right? What's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you? Now, it could be like a close call, cuando casi te pasó algo, no? It can be like when someone scared you. Sometimes people do scare you on purpose. I can think of a couple. I think I've got 2 or 3, but the idea is to think of one. So en vez de what is, siempre contraemos. What's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you? Tell us in around a minute. You can send me that voice note from your phone. Really easy to record. And you can send it to this email address. It's aalonso@grupovon.com. O sea, son 2 A's. Alonso, right? No hay punto. There's no dot. There's no underscore. It's aalonso@grupovon.com. All right? And you can use that same email address if you want to send me Double Trouble suggestions. So, speaking of Double Trouble suggestions, today's Double Trouble is sponsored by lovely Laura. So if today's Double Trouble is hard, I'm just the messenger. So again, if you want to participate, you want to practice your speaking every week. I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, that's the whole idea, right? That's why we're learning English. Well, you can participate every single week in our question of the week. And to all of you who participate every week, keep it up. You really, really got the idea behind the exercise. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to hear you feeling comfortable. You know who you are, I tell you. So keep it up. And if you want to participate this week, you have until the end of Thursday to send me that. All right, amigos. Wow, we've got some participation here in our chat room, but we need to take a quick commercial break, folks. We've got a lot of stuff to do on today's show. When we come back, we've got our Say What soundbite. Let's take a look at today's Say What soundbite here. I think it'll be easy. I don't think you should have too much difficulty with it. So we've got the Say What soundbite. Then we are going to check our pop quiz answers. We've got our spelling bee, we've got music, movies, double trouble, homophones, famous birthdays, and so much more. So, if I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around. Welcome back. Welcome back, amigos. This is part 2 of today's show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget to stay tuned. After this show, you've got Jimena Holiday and Test Your English. After that, you've got the Lunchtime Show with Rob and Andy and a bit of banter. Un poco de cháchara. After the Lunchtime Show, you can get random with Jules Linares. By the way, all of these shows are available on the app or wherever you get your podcasts. After that, you got Speak Up with Ruby. After Speak Up, you've got one of our wackiest shows, uno de los más locos, and it's Dave Boys and the Salad. After Dave Boys and the Salad, you've got Kyle Miller at 5 p.m. with Drive Time. Oh, no, 6. Dave is at 5. And you've got Chris Frank, you've got the Pro Bow Show, you've got No Excuses, and you've also got that show on the weekends. What was it called? Yeah.
Guess who's back? Back again. Yes, he's back. Tell a friend. Yes, he's back. 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 That's right. The Hour to Empower with Jessica Fernandez is back on Vaughn Radio.
All right, that's it. The Hour to Empower with Jessica Fernandez. What an awesome show. And once a week, you can catch it here on Vaughn Radio. Remember to download the app because it's the way that you can make sure, even if you're in Australia or if you're, on an island somewhere, you should, as long as you have cell phone service, right? As long as you have data, well, then you're fine. You can listen. And if you're going to a place where you don't have coverage, right? You don't have service, no problem. You can download the podcasts before you go. I always do that. Before a trip, I pack my suitcase, I get ready, and I download my audio-visual content. Because if you're on the AVE, the high-speed train, well, there are going to be points where you don't get it really. You're in the middle of nowhere, really. So what do? Well, you've got it downloaded on your phone, so it doesn't matter. So that's a little trick, something I do. Now, of course, you need to have space on your phone to store things, ¿no? Almacenar las cosas. All right, amigos, let's kick off the second part of today's show with the Say What soundbite. Say what? What? Say What soundbite. All right, amigos, here's where I expose you to other accents, other voices, other people who speak English. So you hear every kind of accent under the sun. As well as that, well, we hear about all different situations, from interviews to movie scenes. So, really cool, amigos. Just a way to learn English from real stuff. Just like our movies, our music. Why not learn English where we learn it? Right? Yeah, we learned it in school, but we don't go to school until we're 50. You know, if you're learning new things, it's because you're reading a lot. It's because you watch stuff. And yes, you can still learn things in your own language. I learn stuff all the time. In English and in Spanish. Makes life interesting. I love learning. And if you love learning, you are unstoppable, unstoppable, unstoppable. Any Sia fans in the house? I love Sia. Oh, man. The greatest, the greatest. I don't know what it is about Sia, but her songs really pump me up. Me motivan a saco. Las canciones de Sia. See you later. Okay, all right. I'll stop with the corny jokes now. Just for now. All right, here we go, amigos. I'm going to give you the Say What soundbite here for the first time, and then we'll see what you guys heard.
When I got the part, I would have taken the part of a monkey. I mean, I'd never done anything before that. And you're going to play a dumb blonde. And I thought, ugh, dumb blondes are so irritating and they're not likable. And I thought, how can I make her likable?
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now, she's speaking a little fast, but you'll get 4 chances, as always. You'll have 4 chances to jot everything down. So let me give it to you again here, and then we can discuss it. Here we go.
When I got the part, I would have taken the part of a monkey. I mean, I'd never done anything before that. And you're going to play a dumb blonde. And I thought, ugh, dumb blondes are so irritating and they're not likable. And I thought, how can I make her likable?
Hey, Damian, what's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Hey, Alberto, I was planning to do some sports this week. What about playing baseball?
Ooh, baseball. I love it. But I'm not sure yet. Can we touch base next week?
Touch base. Estamos en contacto, ¿no? Hablamos en algún momento. Yeah, okay. Let's touch base. Okay, what about basketball? Do you want to play basketball?
Oh, man, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. But I don't know if I can this weekend because I've already got plans. Oh, man, that's the way the ball bounces.
That's the way the ball bounces. Así están las cosas, ¿no? Así bota la pelota. Así bota la pelota. That's the way the ball bounces. I love that expression. Okay, what about tennis? Do you want to play tennis?
Well, I love tennis, but I'm not really a good player. If you don't mind playing with a novice, the ball's in your court, buddy.
La bola está en mi campo, ¿eh? La pelota está en mi tejado. All right. Do you want to play some soccer?
Sure, I'd love to play some soccer or football, as you call it. What time do we kick off?
Perfect. We're kicking off at 9. Are you available?
Sure, but I might have to play some golf before with some friends. It's par for the course.
It's par for the course. Es lo normal, ¿no? Es lo normalito, lo que se hace. Okay, what about billiards? Do you like playing billiards?
Yeah, but right now I'm behind the 8 ball.
I'm behind the 8 ball. Estás detrás de la bola 8, como que llevas las de perder.
Yeah, wow, a lot of idiomatic expressions here.
Muy buenas expresiones. Si es que así da gusto aprender inglés con un profe como Alberto y un poquito de creatividad, tienes This Book is the Shit. El mejor libro para aprender inglés que te has echado a la cara in your life. Píllatelo, vas a disfrutar mogollón de dibujos para que lo aprendas todo fácil, con conexiones lógicas y divertidas. Es la manera más sencilla y más divertida de aprender inglés. No te la pierdas.
Damián, you're such a good sport. Te enrollas. You can pick up your copy of This Book is the Shit at
vaughantienda.com.
It's the Shit.
That's right, folks. vaughantienda.com. Also, if you're in Madrid, Barcelona, Bilbao, Vigo, Valladolid, Valencia, Santander, or Zaragoza, well, please feel free to stop by. You don't need an appointment. You can just, hey, look, you know, maybe you come across it. Te topas con el sitio sin querer. You know, bueno, no tengo sitio. Don't worry. And if they're really busy at that time, they'll say, mira, hoy justo no, pero mira, la semana que, they'll set up a time if they can't at that time. But you do not need an appointment to come in, say hello, even if you're not going to, I'm not even saying to buy anything. I'm just saying, go in. Hey, my name is Laura. I'm listening to you guys here in Zaragoza, whatever. And it's always great to meet our students in person. So if you're in any of those cities, again, Madrid, Barcelona, Bilbao, Vigo, Valladolid, Valencia, Santander, and Zaragoza, come in. We'd love to see you. All right, let's see. We've got some students participating over here in our chat room, our ambassadors, right? Nuestros embajadores. Let's see. Laura, there she is. We missed you yesterday, Laura. And she says, good morning, lovely show with no namers and teacher. I missed you yesterday, and I'll miss you over the next few days as I won't be able to participate on the live show. I'll make sure to catch the podcast. Yep, you had written that to me in an email, Laura, and I wish you luck with the thing you're doing. Well, just in case you don't want to share your business with everybody because you wrote it to me in an email. So good luck. Best of luck with your project, with your venture. No, I'm sure it'll be awesome. And we'll miss you. But the good thing is you won't have to miss the shows, as you said, because, you've got the podcast. Also, Laura says, I've got all your books. I knew it, Laura. Maybe that's why you're a super show with no namer, because you really go the extra mile. La expresión to go the extra mile es dar más de lo que se espera de ti. Again, an ambassador, a model student. It's lovely, Laura. And she's participating in the pop quiz. She says, some people don't get dizzy when they stand upside down. To stand upside down. When they go, mejor. Because if you stand upside down, I don't know how to do, because then you would be hanging. Esto es difícil, It's confusing. To hang upside down, cuando cuelgan boca abajo. Or when they do a handstand, ¿es lo que te refieres? To do a handstand es te pones de pie en las manos, right? Piénsalo. A headstand es si lo haces con la cabeza. Solo mirar eso me duele. And a handstand is when you do it, tiene todo el sentido. You stand on your hands and you are upside down and the blood rushes to your head. Como decimos, La sangre va a tu cabeza. So some people don't get dizzy. Algunos no se marean when they hang upside down, when they go upside down, or when they do a handstand, si querías decir eso. All right, and upside down, perfecto. Tiene todo el sentido del mundo, ¿no? La parte de arriba, abajo. The upside is down. Upside down. Great. The next one. Sometimes my son wears his t-shirt inside out. Is anybody hearing a song here? Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. Round and round. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. Look at that. Upside down, inside out. Who is it? Diana Ross, creo? I think it's Diana Ross. So great. Inside out. Now, I'm curious, does he do it because he's not paying attention, because he gets dressed in the dark? Or is that like a fashion thing now? I don't know. I'm out of the loop. Totalmente perdido de la juventud. Because my daughter's 5. She's not like juventud, like, Papa, quiero ir a este concierto. You know, different age. So, is that a style? I'm sure. Why not? Why not? All right, great examples. And the last one, she says, let's have some coffee for a change. For a change, para variar. And Laura, knowing you love your Java, you love your Joe. Son dos formas de decir café. You love your Java, you love your Joe. That, I imagine you mean it ironically. For a change. Come on. Right? Rolling your eyes. Yeah, I have to put a limit on the coffee I drink because I love it. I love the taste of it. Not American coffee, watered down, aguado. No, I'm talking about real coffee. You know, the Bialetti, these ones. That's coffee. But if you drink 3 or 4 cups of that, whoa, you'll be bouncing off the walls. Talk about being upside down and inside out. Upside down and inside out. I'm about to show all you folks what I'm all about. That's from a song. No me acuerdo cuál, pero sí. So for a change, para variar. Great. And a lot of times, just like you, we say, oh, he's complaining for a change. Aquí estamos de nuevo, right? All right. There's Chris Valrol checking in. She says, morning, dear people. Hello, Chris. It's a pleasure to have you with us, as always. She said, I'm under the weather today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get well soon. I'll give you a totally native, though. Una forma de decir, estoy pachuchilla. I'm under the weather today, so I'm lying. Estoy tumbada. Almost upside down. Ah, I like it. Is that to get the snot out? Sacar los mocos? It's a good trick. Te pones boca abajo y todo sale, ¿no? If you're hanging upside down, like Batman, I guess all the snot, all that phlegm will come out. So, all right. The next one. I feel sick and my stomach is inside out. Great. You used it figuratively. No, está del revés. No está bien. Great. And she said, for once, I have to solve issues that are not my business. For once, another way of saying for a change. Y de una vez por todas, once and for all. Eso se dice once and for all, right? So you got a couple different ones there that are similar, but not exactly the same there. Once and for all. De una vez, I'm going to learn English once and for all. And I'm going to watch the show with no name for a change. Y eso es sarcástico porque lo soléis ver, right? Para variar. So again, tone is everything. The example I always use too with that one is if you tell me, Alberto, I went on vacation to whatever. I say, oh, wow, cool. Tell me about it. Cuéntame sobre ello. Quiero saber. But if I say, oh, man, tell me about it. ¿Me lo dices o me lo cuentas? So again, that tone is everything with that one. All right. Laura says, if that's true, Chris, I hope you get better soon. Yeah. She says, true story. I may not be able to participate much. Yeah, especially if you're upside down. Maybe you'll write things backwards. Y eso es otro del revés. Backwards. O sea, si lees del otro lado de la página al otro. So backwards is como el coche. The car was backing up. It was moving backwards. I can use roller coasters to talk about it. There's a ride at Parque Warner, and it's called Stunt Fall. And the ride takes you up a spike. A spike es como una torre. And it drops you. And you go through the course, and then you do it backwards. Y luego, pues el tren va al revés. So we've got great one. I love that you brought that up there. Backwards va marcha atrás. Inside out también tiene sentido, ¿no? La parte de dentro está afuera. Inside out and upside down. All right. Great, great stuff over there. Let's see. Laura. Laura says, I heard an American actress. She's talking about the Say What soundbite. She says, I heard an American actress explaining how concerned she was about being able to make the animal character she was playing in a movie likable. All right, well, the animal, I think, okay, I get it. Great job. The animal, she was saying, like, as a comparison. Yo hubiese cogido cualquier papel. No tienes que hacer de elefante. So that was the animal. So it's not that she was literally, Laura, just to lead you in the right direction here. I don't want to mislead you, no, engañarte. She's using that as like a euphemism. Me podrían haber hecho hacer de mono y lo hubiese hecho, right? So that was that's the context there. But great, wonderful ear, wonderful. Laura says, I just made it up. Well, you were kind of, on point there. Let's see. The examples in the, gotcha. All right. Chris Valrol says, I heard an American actress talking about a character, I guess, she had to play. Absolutely. Because she thought it was not very likable. All right. Great job. Not the most likable character. Yeah, I like that word, likable. Que cae bien. Que te deja gustarle, right? And I always get confused with that one in Spanish. Me gustas. Do you like me? ¿Ves? Porque el sujeto cambia. Yo siempre me he liado, ¿eh? So, me gusta tal cosa. Le gusto is she likes me, not I like her. O sea, los sujetos cambian. Yo me acuerdo estar con una chica. I was, just hanging out with her, and I said, ¿me gustas? And I said, ¿te gusto? And she's like, tú sabrás. I'm like, well, I don't even know what I asked you. Who likes who? So I got to be honest, that confuses me a bit in Spanish. Le gusto. So, a ver si lo tengo. Le gusto means she likes me. No, ella me mira a mí like, ooh, right? Eso es le gusto. And the other one, te gusto? Te gusto? I get confused, man. Whoa! Para gustos los colores. But it's a great adjective, likable. And we can also use it unlikable, right? Unlikable is the opposite, antipático. Que no cae bien, right? Are you a likable person or are you unlikable? I guess I should have to ask the people in your circle, right? All right, well, wonderful job to the ladies. That's for Chris Valrol and Laura, the only two students, because there are more of you, but the only two whose keyboards work today. Los únicos que les funciona el teclado. All right, well, we've got more challenges up ahead, my amigos. So before this commercial break, let's take a look at homophones.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name.
That's right, it's homophones or not, only on the show with no name. I'm going to give you two words right now, and I think you're going to be more familiar with the second one than the first one. Just, out of exposure, all right? And I'm even thinking myself, I probably use the second one more than the first one, but it's good to know all these words, especially if they sound like or similar to another one. So the first word is to sleep lightly. Okay? Dormitar. Yo no sabía esta palabra. Mira, dormitar. All right? Adormilarse. So it's to be half asleep. No estás dormido del todo. No, como una cabeza. Te quedas como así, right? Que es una expresión. Oh, man, were you sleeping? No, I was half asleep. No, estaba medio dormido. So adormilarse, dormitar. Okay? As a noun, it's siesta o cabezada. Okay? And si ponemos la palabra off, es quedarse dormido. Okay? So if we add the word off to it, which we'll look at it when we reveal the words. That's number one. Okay? Number two is dosis. Dosis, también darle a alguien una dosis. Those are your homophones for today, amigos. Right now, we've got to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the second half of today's show. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back. It's part 3 of today's show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. Thank you so much for joining us every day and learning English with us. And don't forget, you can stop by our website. It's grupovaughn.com/cursos destacados. Again, grupovaughn.com/cursos destacados. You can find out about all the amazing things we've got on offer here at Vaughn. We've got Disney Vaughn English classes. We've also got the Disney Vaughn English collection. I have it. It's beautiful. It's not just useful. It is a beautiful, beautiful material. 30 different books and some of your favorite characters, learning some of the most important concepts in any language. And I've got to say, the Disney Vaughn collection, it's not just for kids. Anybody who loves these classic tales, estas historias clásicas, timeless tales. You say atemporal? Timeless. See, I'm learning all these words. Yo no sabía la palabra atemporal hasta que enseñé la palabra timeless en inglés. Y ahí ya, pues mira. So every time I teach you a word, I need to know it in Spanish. See? See how that works? So the beautiful thing about it is we are all learning together. All right, let me give you today's Say What soundbite for the third time. Write down what you hear.
When I got the part, I would have taken the part of a monkey. I mean, I'd never done anything before that. And you're going to play a dumb blonde. And I thought, ugh, dumb blondes are so irritating and they're not likable. And I thought, how can I make her likable?
¿Quieres estar al tanto de todas nuestras promociones en la Vaughan Esfera? Well, now you can be in the loop. Puedes estar al tanto. Puedes enterarte de ofertas, novedades y eventos. Y mucho más. Puedes encontrar todo eso en grupovaughan.com/cursos destacados. Eso es, en grupovaughan.com/cursos destacados. Ahí tendrás toda la información de última hora. Guárdalo como favorito. grupovaughan.com/cursos destacados. And stay in the loop.
That's right, amigos. That's right. You know it. It's grupovon.com/cursos destacados. Also, you got vontienda.com if you're looking for materials for self-study. All right, let's take a look at our homophones over here and see if you guys, A, are familiar with the words, and B, if you know if they sound the same or not. All right, Daniela, there she is, the first one to participate in this section. And she gives us the correct words. Good job. And she says they sound the same. Great. Oh, and she says, and hello, everyone. I just got on board. Well, Daniela, better late than never. Great to have you with us, as always. Laura says the correct words, and she says they're not homophones, I think. Ooh, so she's not 100% sure there. Chris says the words correctly, and she says, I'd say they're not homophones. So right now we've got two super students saying no and one super student saying yes. So what do we do here? Well, Laura's not 100% sure. Laura's like, I don't think they are, but I could be wrong here. All right. Well, let's say these words, right? Isn't that the best way? And then you'll know right away. You're like, eso suena a eso? Like, there's no arguing it there. It's es o no es, right? So the first word is doze. Doze. Okay. Es un verbo regular. Entonces, cuando añadimos la ed, suena a una D. No es la columna walked, que suena como una T, sino dozed, de pura y dura. So to doze is to sleep lightly. Let me give you some examples. The cat dozed peacefully in the sunlight. No, dormito. Matt dozed throughout the math class. No, doze se quedó adormilado, right? And as I said, to doze off. The movie was so boring, we started to doze off. So doze, say it with me. Doze sounds like toes, dedos del pie. Sounds like pose, posar. Sounds like hose, manguera. All those words sound the same. All right, and the next one, dose. Dose. All right, here we go. I'm going to say them together. I'm going to take a dose of medicine and I'm going to doze. I'm going to take a dose and doze. Dose, doze. No, they are not homophones. So doze rhymes with close, cerrar, right? And the second word, dose, rhymes with close. So close and close, they don't sound, they're close, no, but they don't sound the same. Y fijaos, he dozed off. Fijaos qué pasa con esa D cuando lo añadimos con la preposición. Did you doze off in my class? Yeah, I dozed off. O sea, la D va con el off, ¿no? Y quiero que os fijáis siempre en eso, dónde conectamos las cosas. Muy importante, right? Porque no es I dozed off, it's I dozed off. You always doze off in my class. Maybe you had too many doses. Y esa palabra dose, la segunda palabra, cuando añadimos una S, lo hacemos en plural, cambia, recibe dos sílabas, right? So one dose of amoxicillin, two doses, okay? I doze, lo mismo pasa con la primera, pero aunque es otro sonido. So I doze every day. He hecho una cabezadita. She dozes every day. So ten cuidado porque ambos, cuando se ponen en plural o la tercera persona singular, well, they get an extra syllable, okay? And there are many words like that in English. In fact, you can probably even make a list. So wonderful job. Great job. All right, it's time for today's Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
All right, amigos, welcome to our Spelling Bee. This is round one, and as always, I'm going to make you sweat. I always make you sweat in our Spelling Bee, but if you think it's the most challenging section on the show, well, then the rest of the show is going to be a piece of cake, right? And everything before has been pretty easy today. Not every day. Let me take a look at the double trouble. Well, again, this is Laura's. It's a tough one, Laura. I think double trouble will be challenging, but we'll get to that. Let's do our Spelling Bee. This is round one. I am going to fly through these words. Please capitalize the first letter of every word, and there are numbers here. Okay, vas a ver algunos números. As long as they're written correctly. So, por ejemplo, 8 million, puedes poner 8 espacio million o 8 seguido por los ceros. Just make sure it's right. Okay, there, I'm not going to nitpick there. To nitpick. Como si, no. Sometimes I nitpick, but I won't. As long as the number is correct, I won't encontrarle tres pies al gato. Ser un tiquismiquis. To nitpick. All right? Everybody ready? Here we go. The first one is BIBLIOTHECA space ALEXANDRINA. The second one is MEDITERRANEAN space SEA. The third one is ALEXANDRIA, comma, space EGYPT. The fourth one is 20,000 space SQUARE space METERS. The next one, 8 million space BOOKS. And the last one is ANTIQUITIES space MUSEUM.
Howdy, Richard Vaughn here, founder and host of Vaughn Radio. Meet my amazing team.
Hello there, this is Julia from the Let's Get Random show. Let's navigate life together, practicing our English.
Hi, this is Kyle Miller. I present the Drive Time Show every day at 6 o'clock on Vaughn Radio.
Hi, this is Jimena.
Y yo soy Nacho.
And you can listen to us every day on Test Your English
a las 12:30
at 12:30. Tune in.
This is Fitz from No Excuses. Let's get ready to rumble. Come rumble with me on No Excuses.
This is Chris with Frankly Speaking. The doors open every night at 7:30. Let's talk soon.
Hi, this is Dave Boyes from The Salad. Join us every day, live at 5.
Hey, it's Alberto Alonso from the show with no name. And don't forget about Rob, Andy, Ruby, and Tino.
Download our free app, Vaughan Radio or Vaughn Radio, and learn English with all of us on the go.
That's right, folks. Always know that you'll have us on the app, because I know radio signals come and go. That's the way it works, but we'll always be on that app. All right? So make sure you've got it. And it doesn't matter, if you jump your routine one day or you're on vacation, you can still get your dose, your fix, right? Otra forma de decir dosis. We've looked at that. Your daily fix of the show with no name. Also, remember, you've got a brand spanking new episode of FYI every Friday. Wherever you get your podcasts, you can get FYI. And this Friday, we're going to be taking a look at the verb to think. I think, therefore I am. Pienso, por eso existo. Is that how you say that? Right? I think, therefore I am. And we'll learn many, many other phrasal verbs and idiomatic expressions with the verb to think. Just remember, season 7 of FYI, we're going through the essential verbs of the language and all their incarnations. So make sure you are subscribed, you're following that podcast as well as this one. And if you haven't given it a review, do it. If you've given the show, this one or FYI, a review, and you don't have to prove it, no tienes que enseñarme un screenshot, un pantallazo we call a screenshot. I'll take your word for it. In fact, somebody wrote to me this morning. Let me say thank you to them while I have my phone right here with me. Carlos said, "Hi, Alberto. 2 days ago, I was hearing your night program." See, Carlos, who tunes in at night, on Vaughn Radio, and you said that if we left you a review, which I did, you would send me something cool. Thank you. By the way, keep up the hard work. Awesome stuff, Carlos. And I just sent Carlos a special gift. So if maybe you left me a review like 2 years ago, doesn't matter. Contact me, and as a way of saying thank you, I can send you a little something. Okay? I have a lot of content. I produce content. Even in the summertime when we're quiet over here at Vaughn Radio, where content is being produced non-stop. All right, let's see if anybody got today's spelling bee on the first round. Let's see, Born to Iron Man is in the house. There he is. I thought you weren't here today since you didn't participate in the other sections, but here he is, better late than never. And Born to Iron Man, let's see. The first one is correct, sir. The second one is also correct. Y estas tengo que decir, guys. Today, special mention, because today these are chock full of vowels, vocales. A, E, I, que vamos a ser honestos, son las 3 letras que más confunden a mis alumnos. A, E, I. ¿Por qué? La I es otra cosa en español. Right? So right there, and he says, ¿qué? What? So it can be confusing. So great job on the second one. The third one is also correct. The fourth one is correct. The fifth one is correct. And ladies and gentlemen, unfucking believable. Perdona, es que hay veces que hay que decirlo. Unfucking believable. Yo soy de esos, ¿eh? Yo uso palabrotas a veces. I swear sometimes, but usually not to insult people. Usually to add emphasis. It doesn't make it right. You still sound vulgar, but it's not unbelievable. It's unfucking believable what you did. Unbelievable, Born to Iron Man. Really. Excellent. Let's see. And the ladies too? Are you kidding me? Wow. I guess I got to speed up, huh? Tengo que ir más rápido? Okay. I thought I went fast. Let's see. Chris Valrol. I'm going to take a quick glance. Una mirada rápida aquí. And Chris, it looks awesome. Also, Laura. Wow, and wow. The Holy Trinity. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. All right, round 2 of today's spelling bee. Let's see how you guys do. And Born to Iron Man, Chris, Laura, sit back, relax, grab a cup of Joe. Well, maybe not another one. If you've had too much coffee, then you're going to get fidgety, inquieto. Here we go. The first one is BIBLIOTHECA space ALEXANDRINA. The second one is MEDITERRANEAN space S-E-A. The third one is A-L-E-X-A-N-D-R-I-A, comma, space, E-G-Y-P-T. Esos G y J engañan también, ¿eh? The fourth one, 20,000. Fijaos, no digo 20,000s, siempre singular. 20,000 space S-Q-U-A-R-E space M-E-T-E-R-S. The fifth one, 8 million, otra vez sin S, space B-O-O-K-S. And the last one, A-N-T-I-Q-U-I-T-I-E-S space M-U-S-E-U-M. So there you go. Again, great job to our students who got it on the first go. And all of these words had something to do with a library. Remember, library is a place where you take out books, and a bookshop is a place where you buy books, a bookshop or a bookstore. But the library, you take them out. Es, no, tomar prestado. You borrow books, you take them out, right? Don't forget to return them, or you will have late fees. Cargo, a cargo is a fee. La palabra fee es una palabra muy pequeña, pero tiene muchísimos usos, ¿eh? My fee, mis honorarios. My bank doesn't charge any fees, comisiones, right? What tarifa, tasa, entrada, right? How much is the fee? Administrative fees, gastos administrativos, la mayor estafa de la historia. Right. What do you mean administrative? Administrative fees? I just bought the tickets on the internet. No human interacted with me. Administrative? What are you talking about? They're like 7 euros por gastos de, and you're like, en ningún momento un humano me ha ayudado. What are you talking about? I did the administrative stuff. So I love that one. I'm like, wait a second. Doesn't that mean you're just putting on some extra charges there, some extra fees? O sea, palabra tan pequeña. It's a wee word. W-E-E es pequeñito. And fee, bueno, riman. Fee is a wee word. So yeah, we're looking at the Biblioteca Alexandrina. And it opened today in Egypt. I want everybody to say that word with me. It's not Egypt, it's Egypt. Egypt. Walk like an Egypt. It's not because you're saying in Spanish Egipto, egipcio. But in English, es una I. Una I, hay gente que dice Egyptian, Egypt. Es entre la I y la E. Pero no es Egypt, it's Egypt, Egyptian, right? Egyptian. A lo mejor Egyptian, pero no Egyptian. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. So the country, Egypt. Walk like an Egyptian. I would just pronunciarlo como I latina en todos casos, and it sounds fine. And the Biblioteca Alexandrina opened today in Egypt in the year 2002. Wait, but isn't this like, what do you mean 2002? This is recent history. I thought this thing was like ancient. Yeah, it was. It was a major library. And, what happened was it was a cultural center and it was lost in antiquity. Okay. It was the largest and most significant one at that time, one of the largest and most significant libraries in the world. And as with many antiquities, it was lost. And finally, after, 1974 is when they decided that they had to rebuild it. Okay, I'm sure there were, but in 1974, they actually set up a committee. You say comité, we say committee. And it was set up by Alexandria University. And, well, it took a long time, a lot of red tape, Red tape es una forma de decir burocracia to get it done because it didn't open its doors till today in 2002. Okay, so it's located in the Mediterranean Sea. That was number 2, Mediterranean. In Alexandria, Egypt. That was number 3, Alexandria, Egypt. Number 4, it takes up. ¿Te sabes este phrasal verb? It takes up, ocupa, 20,000 square meters, metros cuadrados, ¿no? Lo ponemos al revés. 20,000 square meters. It contains over 8 million books. You could have written million or 1,000 with the first one or put the zeros. Just remember the zeros go separated with commas, not decimal points like in Spanish. And the last one is Antiquities Museum. Vamos a pronunciar la palabra museum. Zzz, tiene ese sonido Z de doze. La palabra que vimos, right? Vamos a decir, me quedé frito en el museo. ¿Te acuerdas? Es con off y se une la D. You remember? Vamos a decirlo, a ver si lo dices como yo. Tú primero. I dozed off. ¿Lo dijiste bien? I dozed off at the museum or in the museum te vale también. On, estás en la azotea. Hey, at least you know. You can say in, you can say at, you can't say on. All right, amigos, we've got to go to a quick commercial break right now. I can't believe how fast time has flown by today. I hope it's flying by for you. I hope you're learning a lot of juicy vocabulary, idiomatic expressions, phrasal verbs, common mistakes, pronunciation hacks. A hack es un truco. A pronunciation hack, and all kinds of interesting tidbits. A tidbit, una píldora, un trocito. All right, folks, we'll be right back with the fourth and final part of today's show, so stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to this, the fourth and final part of today's show with no name. I want to thank you so much for joining us today and every day. It is an honor and a pleasure to have such driven students. Alumnos tan motivados. And you can keep that drive going. Drive es motivación. You can keep that drive going all day with my amigos here on Vaughn Radio. It's the perfect way to make sure you're doing something productive every day. And those of you who go to the gym, y que sois muchos, so many of my students, they work out and listen to the show with no name. So think about that. You are working on your bod. Es otra forma de decir cuerpo. Your bod. Body, no? You're working on your mind as well. You can't go wrong. No fallas. So kudos to all of you who listen via podcast, and you take the show with no name with you wherever you go. Keep up the great work with your bod, con el cuerpo, and with your English. Hey, if you look good, you feel good, it's definitely important, right? If you feel good, usually you look good. They kind of work together, those two things. All right, my amigos, let's kick off with today's double trouble.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
All right, here's your double trouble. And if you think it's tough, I'm just the messenger here. You'll have to talk to Laura. This one comes to us courtesy of lovely Laura. And let's see how you do. Ella puso, él estaba sin Blanca. Y por eso entró a robar en casa de su vecino. Whoa. Thank God this person is not my neighbor. I have to say, I've had some bad luck with neighbors, and right now they're normal. But I've had some neighbors where I'm like, how can someone make so much noise at 6 o'clock in the morning? Even if I tried, hasta intentando no puedo. But thank God that's the past. So important. Oh, your neighbors are your environment, right? And how important is our environment? Right? So, estaba sin Blanca. Él estaba sin Blanca. Y por eso entró a robar en casa de su vecino. You have to use the same word twice in today's double trouble. Again, it comes to us from your fellow student, Laura. Also, let me give you the Say What soundbite for the fourth and final time.
When I got the part, I would have taken the part of a monkey. I mean, I'd never done anything before that. And you're going to play a dumb blonde. And I thought, ugh, dumb blondes are so irritating and they're not likable. And I thought, how can I make her likable?
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughan Town, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughan Town, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovaughan.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughan Town. That's right, amigos, Vaughan Town. I've got to say something. If you can swing it, si puedes, con el tiempo, con el precio, do it. I mean, as a teacher, as somebody who has worked at Vaughan for over 20 years now, I've just been fascinated by the idea behind Vaughan Town. And I know I don't need it, and I don't need to go as a volunteer, but it's just been something that's kept me curious all these years. And Rob Grams, if you guys know Rob Grams, the Pro Bow show, the lunchtime show with Andy as well. Rob Grams used to be the master of ceremonies at Vaughan Town. Era el maestro de ceremonias. And he confirmed that it is one of the coolest experiences ever. And he was there every week. Think about that. Somebody who's there every week says it's amazing. That says a lot about that, about Vaughan Town.
And if Vaughntown seems like a long time to get away from the kids and the family, maybe not. Maybe it's exactly what you need. Honey, sorry. Going to Vaughntown for a week. Good luck. I don't know if you can swing that, as I said before, si lo puedes manejar. But I will say this, we do have Weekend Town, which is just a way to get your feet wet. Tantear el terreno un poco. All right, let's go on over here and see if anybody got Laura's double trouble. The first person to participate is Leo. What's up, Leo? Hope you are doing well, amigo. I don't know if they told you. Maybe they told you. I'm not sure. I don't know who you talked to. But we sang you happy birthday on your birthday. Obviously, you weren't here. You were out partying like a rock star. But we sang you happy birthday. I don't know if you heard the episode or not, but we did. All right. Leo says he was broke, and that's why he broke into his neighbor's house. Leo, I love it. All right. So he was broke. Now, it's interesting because if you're broken, estás roto. Oh, I'm a broken man. It's very different than being broke, right? Y si queremos añadir énfasis, I love this one. I'm broke as a joke. Como un chiste aquí. I'm broke as I no tengo ni un duro, right? Another way of saying I don't have any money. I don't have a pot to piss in. Esa me encanta. No tengo ni una olla en que mear. Hey, you need to know these totally natives over here. So he was broke, and that's why he broke into his neighbor's house. And if you think about it, break into, and to break out, well, once he goes to prison, he can figure that part out on his own. You get it? So he went to prison for breaking and entering. Es como se llama la carga. He broke into someone's house. But then once he was in prison after a year, he got really sick of it. So he decided to try and break out. Prison break, break out, break in. Makes sense. De hecho, se llama, we had a lot of break-ins in the neighborhood. Okay, a break-in is gente entrando a robar. So great job, Leo. Daniela, he was broke, and that's why he broke into his neighbor's house. Yes! Chris Valrol. He was broke, and that's why he broke into his neighbor's house. Wow, excellent job to all the students who got it. Thank you, Laura, for the suggestion. Thank you very much for the suggestion. Great, great vocabulary. All right, let's see. Laura's also participating in our Say What soundbite. Let's see. The part she's missing. I hadn't done anything before that. Okay, the line you're missing, well, I can tell you now. And the line you're missing is, and you're going to play a dumb blonde. And I thought, y la frase que, o sea, y vas a hacer el papel de una rubia tonta. Y yo pensé. So that's the part you're missing. Donde has puesto la línea. And you're going to play a dumb blonde. Es ellos hablando a ella. Está haciendo como si fuera ellos. And you're going to play a dumb blonde. And I thought, pero ahora lo vemos. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. Yeah, Don Pleon is dumb blonde. Rubia tonta. A bimbo. Hey, no son mis palabras, eh? And I was born blonde. De hecho, nací rubio. So I'd be insulting myself here. And in the summer, my arm hairs turn blonde. So okay, maybe I'm a bimbo. Maybe I'm a dumb blonde. All right. Well, excellent job in our double trouble. Let's move on, amigos. We're going to the movies. Name that movie. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Name That Movie only on the show with no name. And let's take a look at what we've got for today's Name That Movie. This movie was like, man, I believe that this movie was responsible for thousands, maybe millions of kids signing up for dance classes. O sea, es como, it did what Karate Kid did for karate. No, lo que hizo el Karate Kid para karate, que millones de chavales se apuntaron de día a la noche. Well, same thing. I think this movie that came out in 1983 started a fashion statement, made a lot of young people, girls and boys, sign up for dance lessons. All right, well, here we go. An 18-year-old female amateur dancer who performs nightly at a dancing bar and works as a welder during the day, dreams of joining the Pittsburgh Ballet School. Oh, wow. Look at that. So, an 18-year-old, fíjate, no es a 18-year-old, porque 18 empieza con sonido vocal. So, y fijaos como antes, la N va con la segunda palabra. An 18-year-old female amateur dancer who performs nightly, todas las noches, at a dancing bar and works as a welder. Now, what is a welder? Well, to weld something is it's when you take metal and you put it together. So a roller coaster, lo uso como ejemplo de todo, montaña rusa. Well, roller coasters, they need welders to weld the parts together. Soldar, you say. Okay, so a welder is the person, okay? And to weld is soldar, all right? So she works as a welder during the day. Well, if you know anything about Pennsylvania, steel, metal. So, Pittsburgh, what's the name of their football team? The Pittsburgh Steelers, no porque roban. Steel, acero. So, in the United States, when you think about steel, you think about Pennsylvania. When you think about it, seriously, it's known for it. So that's very normal for people to work as welders, miners, mineros too. And she dreams of joining the Pittsburgh Ballet School. We don't say ballet, we say ballet. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Chris Valrol. First, when there's nothing, what a feeling. Keep believing. What a great one. Jennifer Beals. And this movie, man, I really believe this movie, and it didn't just start the dance trend, but what about that style with the neck cut out of the sweatshirt? ¿Os acordáis? El cuello cortado. I mean, I remember everybody in the 80s, girls, wearing that style, thanks to Jennifer Beals. So it wasn't just dancing. They wanted to look like her. They wanted to dance like her. And it's great. Chris says, what a feeling. What a feeling. My dad used to work as a welder. Oh, awesome. Very cool. Did he work as a dancer too? Maybe he's your private dancer, a dancer for money, and any old music will do. I'm your private dancer. Gotta love that song. Anyway, focus, Alberto. Focus, damn it. Jones. Okay, let's take a look at the scene over here. Alex says, you call that dancing? Rolling on the floor on your back? And Jeannie says, yeah, so what? I make good money. Now they call it exotic dancing. When I was a kid, it was a stripper, right? We said stripper. Now they say, yeah, I'm an exotic dancer. Oh, yeah? Do you dress up like a cheetah? I don't know. Exotic, I'm thinking the jungle. It's a weird word. I love how they try and make things sound better. What are you? I'm an exotic dancer. Oh, really? Okay, so you wear masks and things? You do exotic dances, or you just strip? You take off your clothes? Oh, okay, just making sure. Are we talking about the same thing here? Changing the name of something doesn't change what it is, guys. Well, tell that to the people who love to change the names of everything. Makes them feel better. So she says, yeah, but I make good money. I make good money. And Alex says, look at you. You call that dancing? ¿Tú llamas eso? ¿Baile? And Jeannie says, yeah. And Alex takes money out of Jeannie's panties. Panties son bragas. And in the rain, throws it on the wet ground. What's this shit, huh? ¿Qué es esta mierda, eh? And Jeannie says, it's mine. And she sobs. To sob is to cry. A moco, that crying. It's not. To sob usually is like a big cry. And then Jeannie says, why did you come here? And Alex says, because you're my friend, jerk. Eres mi amigo, capullo. And he consoles Jeannie, consolar, after their argument. And she's still sobbing, llorando. And she says, I'm cold. And Alex says, so am I. Right? Tengo frío. Frío no es I have cold. I'm cold. I have a cold es tengo resfriado. And Jeannie continues to sob. And then Alex consoles her and says, come on, it's okay. So there you go. Classic scene from Flashdance. All right, time for famous birthday trivia.
Famous birthdays for you. Famous birthdays for me. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Oi, oi, oi. Birthdays for him. Famous birthdays for her. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. Famous birthdays here on the show with no name. Our first person, I'm going to give you her real name because I think everybody knows her by her stage name, su nombre escénico, no? Artístico. Her real name is María del Carmen García Galisteo. María del Carmen García Galisteo. But her stage name is a famous Spanish city, the capital of Andalucía, where the Giralda is. That's her stage name. Now you have to know who she is. Well, she started her career in the 40s, believe it or not. And in the 70s, she was one of the most popular and highest paid Spanish stars. In 1991, excuse me, she made the transition to TV. And she started working as a TV presenter until she retired in 2010. But she's been in many movies: Imperial Violets, Vengeance, Don Juan, Searching for Monica, Antony and Cleopatra, and many others. Number 2, this guy's name is Pulga. Well, that's his stage name. He's the bass player or the bassist of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's right. And he's an actor. Do I have to tell you any more? I mean, I think you know who he is. All right. Last but not least, this woman was born in 1946 today. Her last name sounds like Veranos, but it's not Veranos. It's spelled differently. And she played Chrissy Snow on Three's Company. That was one of my favorite shows. Remember Three's Company? No sé cómo lo llamáis en español. It was with a guy who lived with 2 girls, and the blonde and the brunette, and Jack, with Jack Ritter, John Ritter, Jack Ritter, they called them both. Well, she was Chrissy. She also did a lot of advertising for an exercise device. So a lot of people in the United States know her for the Thigh Master. Thigh is muslo, right? Muslo? Yeah. The Thigh Master, el maestro de los muslos. And, well, she got very, very famous doing that as well. And I'm sure it brought her in a lot of money. And she was one, along with Mary Poppins, she was one of my first crushes, this girl. She was like, oh, man. Was that show Three's Company? That was a really popular show in the United States from 1977 to 81. So imagine that. I was watching it in reruns. Yo estaba viendo los repescas ahí, right? Los refritos. All right. Happy birthday. Chris Valrol has got it. Happy birthday to Carmen Sevilla. Also, Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Suzanne Summers. And this is Suzanne Summers in our Say What soundbite talking about playing the role of Chrissy. So she knew she had to play a dumb blonde. That was her role. But she wanted to make her likable. She wanted to make people identify with the character. And did it work? She stole the show. When she came on, it was that, wow, there she is. She's a knockout, un 10, right? So she says, when I got the part, el papel, I would have taken the part of a monkey. No, yo estaba desesperada. Yo hubiese cogido el papel de un mono. I mean, I had never done anything before that. Nunca había hecho nada antes que eso. And you're going to play a dumb blonde. Vas a hacer de una rubia tonta. And I thought, y yo pensé, dumb blondes are so irritating and they're not likable. And I thought, how can I make her likable? So here she is, birthday girl, Suzanne Summers.
When I got the part, I would have taken the part of a monkey. I mean, I'd never done anything before that. And you're going to play a dumb blonde. And I thought, ugh, dumb blondes are so irritating and they're not likable. And I thought, how can I make her likable?
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is. No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name.
Great job, show with no namers. Wonderful job today and every day. Awesome sauce, as we say. ¿Te sabías esa? Awesome es una forma de decir awesome, pero dices awesome sauce. La salsa guay. All right, well, amigos, today we're going to take a look at Red Hot Chili Peppers. No peepers. I've heard people say peepers, papers. It's peppers, like pepper, right? So the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the name of the song is Dosed. You know that word. We looked at the word dose, dosis, pues dosificar, right? Dar a alguien una dosis. The song is called Dosed, not to be confused with dozed, que dormido, no? As we said before. So he says, I got dosed by you, me diste una dosis, and closer than most to you, y más cerca que otros a ti. What am I supposed to do? Eso es frase hecha. ¿Qué se supone que debo hacer? What am I supposed to do? What am I? What am I supposed to do? Take it away? I never had it anyway. Quitármelo? Pues nunca lo tuve para empezar. All right, so let's take a look at the lyrics. If you'd like to follow along, Google Red Hot Chili Peppers. The name of the song is Dosed. And Chris says, apartamento para tres. And los Roper. Bueno, the Ropers were the neighbors. And Three's company. Wow, well, it makes sense. Apartamento para tres. I guess it makes sense. All right, well, amigos, thank you so much for being here once again. And let's say goodbye with the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Dosed. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Ciao for now.